Hi guys, Lindsay here with Storybook Family Farm. Today is the first day in several weeks that we have not had to listen to the god-awful humming of them putting in a new fracking pad nearby, and it feels amazing. I actually feel like incredibly productive today, like I can just get a million things done. Thankfully the weather is cooperating, so I'm going to actually work on getting that burn pile there actually lit and established and burning well. It's actually supposed to rain pretty much every day for the next week or so. So I can't really get much done outside within the next week or so. So I'm actually getting the opportunity to really hyper focus on getting things done in the house. Well, today I am going to do outside stuff, but that's just because of the fact that like I said, it's supposed to rain. So I'm actually going to work on burning that burn pile right there. I had actually already had it going, but due to the fact that all of the branches that are on there were from freshly cut trees, it's not staying lit very well. So I'll have to get the I call it a flamethrower. It's one of those like weed burners, ice melter things. It basically hooks up to the propane tank and has this big nozzle thing on it that it's like a flamethrower. So I'll have to use that, which totally is not fun at all to use. Just kidding. I like using it. I'm going to use that to actually get the fire going really well. Whenever we took down a really rickety old chicken coop that was attached to the garage or to the barn, there was a whole bunch of half rotted plywood out there that's just been sitting out there. So once I get that going good, I'm going to drag that over, throw it onto the fire, just so that way it can get out of here. I did get all of the hemlock that was over in here. All of that is finally all cleaned up. I do have a couple pieces of locust. I got that piece right there, and then another piece over there that I do need to cut out, but that's not really high priority. We're gonna I'm trying to get everything near the house cleaned up, so then that way when Tracy tries to get homeowners insurance tomorrow, we don't have to worry about them saying that some random thing isn't perfect, because that's how it's been this entire 2-year process of owning this house has been, well, the deck railing wasn't there, or the roof needed replaced, or there needed to be cupboard doors on the kitchen cupboards, like all these different things that have been making it so we can't really move forward, or having a sense of security is basically just, yeah, it's been frustrating. It's been difficult. So the other things that I'm going to do is, it does look like it's really warm outside, but it's actually only about 40 degrees out. So it's a bit chilly, but I'm actually going to work on painting the railing on the deck, just because there are some spaces from when we had turkeys and they would perch up there to basically just drop poop everywhere. I did not like having the turkeys. I'm actually going to work on painting all of that, just because there is so many places that the paint is missing, chipped off, things of that nature, just so that way that can be done and over with, because that's a yearly springtime project. I assume it'll be, maybe not since we don't have turkeys anymore. So I'm going to get that done. I'm going to get the fire burnt, and I also have to work on getting the shelving for the countertop that I'm making. The countertop is already secured in place. The countertop is pretty much done, but I have the boards up there that basically I just need to sand them down and do one more coat of polyurethane on them. So that's going to be a nice thing to get that done and out of the way. It has been incredibly frustrating to try to do such a big woodworking project without having the space to do it, without having covered space that actually stays dry when it's raining. Because with the porch there, if it starts raining pretty good, the rain will just blow in from one side or the other and just soak everything that's on the porch. So it's been really a big challenge trying to get that project done, which I know that some of you are probably like, well, gee, Lindsay, you said you were going to fix up that camper and make it so that way that could be your workspace. I was. I'm still planning on doing that. However, the roof leaks on it. I need to be able to have somebody else come here to help me put a new roof on it, which when it's this muddy out, kind of can't use a ladder over there. So it's kind of one of those things where things will just start getting started and then it falls apart. So it's been a frustrating journey, to be quite honest with you guys, but I'm really excited that it is almost done. So I actually had the other day, Tracy made me a nice to-do list of all the little projects that are left on the house. And I honestly think, guys, that with all the rain that's coming next week, or not next week, starting tomorrow, and it'll be here for, the next 7 days or so. Ooh, that startled me. The chickens just startled themselves. I don't know what happened, but they just jumped and started taking off running. But so she had actually made me a nice to-do list of all the little projects that I had been listing off that I knew that I needed to do, just because it is getting hard for me to stay focused on getting certain tasks done within the house. So that's going to be nice. I was able yesterday to check off doing the kitchen trim boards. So that was that was huge. This morning I secured the new countertop in place, and like I said, I'm going to work on finishing the shelves for above the countertop in the laundry room edition. Yeah, and that's about it. I can't think of anything else too pressing going on. It's going to be super wet over the next week. When I was at physical therapy today, the therapy lady, she had told me that she had actually seen on the news that morning that we're supposed to get like up to 6 inches of rain over the weekend, which, as you guys know, our property's super muddy all the time. So basically anything that I could imagine trying to potentially get done outside is going to virtually become impossible. So I'm assuming that that means too that our septic is not going to get done for probably several more weeks, because that's about how long it's going to take for everything to dry out, which is frustrating. I've had to put fencing up along where the leach line is at because it's been failing and it's been leaking, and there's nothing we can do about it. It's out of our hands. We're just waiting. And obviously the weather has to cooperate. I don't imagine that they're going to do too much digging when it's nothing but like soupy, slippery, slimy mud. So yeah, I'm going to quit yakking, so then that way I can get my flamethrower out of the shed and get this pile lit, so then I can move on to other bigger, better, more exciting things than just lighting something on fire. So it is, the other thing that's going on too is, weather permitting, somebody's coming today to actually pick up the rest of the big logs. So somebody that we know, they actually know a guy that does sawmilling stuff, so we're going to get a little bit of money out of the really big logs there. Basically, it'll be enough to help cover the cost of us having our daughter come out to help us pick everything up. So it'll be nice to somewhat break even, make a few bucks on it, but you know, nothing too exciting. So anyways, I'm going to get busy so that way I can get things done. Plus, it's getting a little chilly to just stand here and not be working. So anyways, thanks for watching. Have a good one, guys.